Hey YouTube, I hope y'all don't mind me speaking to you guys off the cuff today. I'm not really gonna write a script or any type of bullet points or anything. I just had a few questions, or a question, I guess I wanted to ask all of you. Um, it was it's the levels of awareness is kind of what I was kind of wondering what a lot of you people thought about it. Um, there's I would think would be kind of like the first level, which is uh, admitting that there's something wrong or there's things that have changed or something that nature. But the world's a crazy place, and that's that, and they move on. Maybe like a level two of people would be, hey, Forrest Gump is different. Maybe I should find out what else is different. And then they go looking, and I think for some of these people, it just fizzles out. It's not really anything they really care about anymore. They feel like they can't change anything, so they just kind of move on. Um, Also, what about like a the third level? I would imagine um, is basically people that they've discovered something's wrong. They see there's a lot of things that are wrong, and now they're curious as to why this is going on. Which I think personally, that's where a lot of the confusion comes. That's where a lot of the Q&A comes from, is wondering why this is going on. But anyway, and then of course I would think maybe the fourth level would be total consumption, where you see things that are wrong, you find out a lot of things that are wrong. When I mean by wrong, I mean things that have changed. Um, you see things that have changed. You can see there's a lot of things that have changed, and then you sort of find out why they've changed, and then the fourth, like I said, it's totally consumed you. And I'm gonna be honest with you, anything that can totally consume you could be threatening or slightly scary at times. I mean, even getting consumed with something like yoga or martial arts, these things, when you get consumed with something, you start shutting off other sides to your life. I mean, your friends, family, um, said martial arts, or yoga for that matter, whatever it is that you're into. You start putting those things off, and then now, since you're consumed with something else, you totally overlook the things that you usually, generally dabble in your life. Now you're not dabbling in anything anymore. Now you're, like I said, you're just consumed. So I guess my question is to a lot of you is, where do you think your level is? What do you think the normal level is? And I don't mean normal, but I think clearly anybody that's on YouTube making videos, commenting within the Mandela Effect community, they're definitely level 3 and 4, I would think, which is they want to know why, and it's consumed them to a certain point or to a certain degree. And that's kind of where I feel like I'm at. I know that a lot of my peers are in the same boat. They're somewhat consumed. Um, so anyway, I guess get back at me in the comments to my community that follows me or happens to run across me. Please drop some comments. You know, um, be weary of the trolls. Everybody that's out there, they are definitely out there, and they're they're cheapening what we're discussing here. So try to keep it mature, people. Try to keep it, you know, um, try to keep it as friendly as possible. I'm as guilty as anybody else is. It's really hard for me to stay friendly sometimes when people start trolling my peers, start trolling me. I get pretty offended by it. So, but anyway, and a little side note, if there's any of you guys, and I know this is a wide array of individuals out there, um, I'm always on the lookout for other Mandela effects. And here recently, I've been hearing about the Terminator, I'll be back, and I'll be back. But there's another one. So I was a kid, we all have the same story to some degree when it comes to the movie changes, or music for that matter. or any of the changes actually. I'm sorry, I need to omit that. But I was obsessed with a lot of these VHS movies. Predator One was the first one, or the first Predator. Terminator, Aliens. A lot of these movies I was obsessed with as a child, and still am for that matter. Um, but I popped in Terminator after I saw the "I'll be back" thing. So I just figured, what, I'll put it in. I know that movie like the back of my hand. Let me see if I see anything that's out of place. Um, there's a scene in Terminator where she's working in a diner, and there's a little boy that I always thought put mashed potatoes into Sarah Connor's apron. Now, as a child, and my father was sitting right next to me. We discussed the same thing. I asked him, what did he put in her apron? And he said mashed potatoes. And now, granted, this isn't on some Blu-ray disc that I was watching it on. It wasn't on some Ultra HD flat screen television of any type. It was the old tube televisions. So I guess it could have been seen as the wrong thing, but I was always told it was mashed potatoes. I remember looking at it through the years growing up and just knowing that was mashed potatoes with like brown gravy on it. And that's why the kid threw it in her apron. I thought it was because, kids and mashed potatoes. But when I watched it the other day, I it's now sherbet ice cream. Very rainbow colored, different flavors, sherbet. Not just green, not just red, or not just orange or lime or whatever. It's the mix one, the one with all the different flavors or all the different colors, sherbet ice cream. So that's my question. Do any of you remember that scene, first of all, which is a very inane scene of the movie? But if you do anybody out there in the internet verse, do any of you remember that looking or being mashed potatoes? Because I really don't remember it being sherbet, because why would a kid throw away his sherbet ice cream? I don't. It doesn't make sense to me now, but like I said, it could just be because I watched it on a bad television. Every copy was a bad copy compared to today's copies. So maybe that's all it was. Maybe it was just a bad television with a bad copy of Terminator. And, it was really sherbet ice cream the whole time. And I just noticed, or since it was such a bad television, a bad copy, maybe it just looked like mashed potatoes. But anyway, that's it for me. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay strong. Leave a comment if you like. Don't leave a comment if you like. I don't care. Either one. But stay strong, and we'll see you guys soon.